just to eat the flesh of it. So this is what's coming, man.
Yep.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, many dead bodies. And there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. And I actually saw a bit of the movie The Road. It's free on YouTube, by the way. You brothers should go check that out once again. Get in the spirit of that.
The roadies.
The Road. The movie The Road. And in that movie, there was one scene where they was in this house, and they went downstairs to check with the guy to check to see if there was food there, and they just saw a lot of skinny ass people that were being locked up in there. Awesome, cool. That's retarded. But yeah, that were being locked up in there, man. And that's what you stupid ass people doing all this harassment and shit is gonna be going through in that time. You fucking devils. They're doing it on purpose, man. And I know that. But yeah, man, that's what the fuck is gonna happen, man. It says here in verse 26, the grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of man, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. And that's what you saw in the movie The Road. The father with the son there, they were barely anybody there. They had to be alone. So that one, yeah, for of the city there shall be 10 left. Awesome, cool. And 2 of the few which shall hide themselves, fucking retard, themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks. And as in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. For as a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them to diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And that's a perfect example of that was in that movie, The Road. I think his woman ended up, they even showed his woman, she ended up offing herself. Eventually, months into that blackout they were going through, she ended up offing herself because of how bad it was. Well, basically just off how much hope she lost. But the elect ain't gonna lose hope. The elect ain't gonna lose hope, man. It's in us to continue. We've been anointed by Yahweh to continue in this walk, and nobody can take that away from us. It says, behold, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of Yahweh receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues are nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth. Great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose. He that occupieth merchandise as he that shall have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein. He that soweth as if he should not reap, so also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor, labor in vain. Yeah, all these people working their jobs, thinking, Simple Jake's thinking they're still gonna be here till the next 20 years, 10 years. All your work for is gonna be in vain, it says here. Their possessions in their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sins, says the Lord. Like as a whore envieth a right, honest, virtuous woman, so shall righteousness hate iniquity. When she decketh herself, and shall accuse her face. When he cometh, that shall defend him that diligently searches out every sin upon the earth. Con. And therefore be ye not like thereunto, nor to the works thereof. For yet a little, and iniquity shall be taken away out of the earth, and righteousness shall reign among you. And righteousness shall reign among us. Because Yahweh is coming to bring in the new reset. The real great reset.
Mind if I bring one up? It's in Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 14, just going into that hope. All right, in the end of the day, our countenance, you know, even though we are vexated in this world, okay, we do hate this place. We're constantly, what's the word? We're constantly enduring ailments, but we have this hope right here, Zephaniah 3 and verse 14. It says, "Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord Yahweh hath taken away thy judgments, he hath cast out thine enemy, the King of Israel, even the Lord Yahweh is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil anymore." That's our hope. It says, "In that day it shall be said, Jerusalem, fear thou not. In Zion, let not thy hands be slack. The Lord Yahweh, thy power, in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. It says, he will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in the very land where they were even put to shame." So our hope is that the Lord is going to take away our affliction, put it upon our enemies, and then give us ultimately the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be our rulership. Okay? We're going to dominate this world, this planet. We're going to be made famous and glorified. Okay? So it's worth to go through this little pit stop we got to go through in the way. All right? That's all I got.
So all I know, I said I was going to close early.
Bring it out.
I'm thinking of this last chapter here in Revelation 13, 9 about the mark, verse 15 to 18. 15 to 18, it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Now this image of the beast, specifically the image of the beast there in that line, is going into the image of for the New World Order, that 2030 agenda they have. Yeah, once again, that they said the Pentagon said that they don't. They say they might not see China invading Taiwan until the year 2047. They said. That's off.
Way before that.
It's gonna be way before that, like the brother said. "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should go speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Yeah, because this devil wants total control. I saw some of the elders from the younger elders from South Carolina. I mean San Francisco. So like in San Francisco, the brother mentioned how now for these newer cars, the 2027 cars, they're gonna be able to surveillance you and watch you. New 2027 cars, and now they have this new thing where just to be able to push your car to start, you're gonna have to pay a monthly. I think it was $15 fee just to not do this with your hand. So yeah, man, you shall own nothing and be happy. That's really what Esau wants you Israelites to start having to live in. Next thing you know, you're gonna have to pay a monthly fee if this devil continues. And just hypothetically speaking, if he were to finish his next step after marking everybody, and Yahweh Shai not come back, you are gonna have to start paying just to breathe. And they're going to be able to take it away from you automatically through your. Well, they probably ain't going to have jobs. They ain't going to have jobs. You're going to have a monthly income. But it's all really going to be all surveillance by Esau. That's his version, the left side of the so-called utopian society. And he calls it all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Literally. I think you had another person, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had another guy that all showed the ship, the literal link in his head.
There's been a couple people that got that.
Yeah, there's already been a couple that got that Neuralink now. And I know, man, my virus cell said he had the mark or the name of the beast, which is gonna destroy you if you take it once again. And I know, man, my virus cell said he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So eventually Esau is gonna go on the news and make this a worldwide emergency announcement to everybody that from now on, if you wanna continue in your job, you wanna continue to have your bank account and make transactions here in this state. Eventually it's going to be everywhere, or if not everywhere, they're going to bring it out now, so you can buy and sell anything. And that's scary, man, because we're getting closer to that time. And sometimes I get in my flesh, and I'm kind of like, damn, how we're really not gonna. You can only have so much food till hey, man, you're gonna want to go and buy some
Miracles, man. We don't need your whole shot.
and that's what Amagwanga Bar was recently saying, that believing in miracles is mandatory in this thing.
Mandatory.
It's definitely going to have to be mandatory in the times we're going to come into. Because in the spirit, because I was going into that this past week, how Elijah was fed by, well, first he was fed by the bird.
Yeah, the crow, I think it was.
Raven.
A raven or a crow?
Raven.
It was a raven.
And the brook.
Yep.
Then he was fed by the widow,
Yep.
the oil. And after he was fed by an angel.
Right.
And that was able to feed him for 40 days straight.
That's right.
And then it says in Jeremiah, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. So we'll get mobbed and swabbed and oppressed here. So the Lord can look out for us in the future, man. We'll take that. But it says in 17, and no man by bowers so say he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. 18, and here is wisdom. Let him that has understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So with that, unless you have any final words, statements,
That was it.
just brothers, just keep enduring.
That's right.
This is an empire only lasts 250 years, man. All right, Esau, remember that.
That's right. Today marks the last day of your rulership, Esau. After this, it's all downhill. Even though it's already been downhill, it's going to be even more downhill. All right?
And Russia's still gonna get involved. Inside joke.
That's right.
With that, Dua for listening. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem, and Ba'arabah. Till next time, Lord willing.
Ball.